Can you break down for just the simplest of minds, such as mine, what are macros? What does that mean?
I mean, the reason I love macros and
We'll break down what they are first.
well, yeah, but the reason I love macros and have my clients do them is I feel like it is a sustainable way to eat relatively what you want, healthy, more healthy. It's not like you can eat donut. I mean, people do. People fill the macros with donuts and pizza and all the things. But
is a calorie a calorie? If I have a calorie of prime rib and I have a calorie of Cheeto, does that calorie do the same thing to my body?
No.
I know you're not a scientist, but a lot of people are like, well,
I mean,
can you build muscle off of Cheetos?
Right. I was gonna say, if we're kind of getting down to the nitty gritty, and people do what do they call it? They call it something when they. It's more like dirty macro counting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where
they're
they have like
filling
all their carbs at one time.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're wanting to eat whole, natural foods. For the, again, if you're gonna eat it like a Tootsie Roll or something, it's not the end of the world. But it's where you can be more flexible with your diet, so you're not eating chicken, rice, and broccoli. Because I feel like so many times when it's funny, the word diet, I feel like has been so just brought down that like if you say like, oh, I'm dieting or I'm on a diet, people think like you're like it's you should be eating healthy no matter what. You know what I mean? Like you should be eating healthy. You should be fueling your body with fuel that is going to be combating disease and all the things for the longevity of your life. But now we've kind of like, if you're eating healthy, if you are eating chicken, broccoli, and rice, it's called dieting. It's got this like weird stigma on it, when in reality, you should be dieting. You should be eating healthy. You should be filling your body with fruits and vegetables and proteins and things that are going to fuel your body and help rev up your metabolism and burn calories while we're just sitting here. So I enjoy macro counting because it gives flexibility, so you're able to eat a plethora of carbs, fats, and proteins, and you're not overeating or undereating, because obviously if you're undereating, there's risk. If you're overeating, there's risk, obesity, and all the things that can come with that. But macro counting just allows you to hit a certain calorie count or macros a day with that flexibility, so you're able to hit the amount of calories that you need to maintain or to build or to lose weight or whatever it is that your goal is. Like my goal right now is to, I honestly want to put on a little bit of size and a little bit of muscle. So I'm eating not whatever I want, because I want to put on good size. I don't want to put on fat. I want to put on muscle. So I'm counting my calories. I'm counting my macros to be able to put on good weight, where I'm not eating too much or too little. So I'm able to hit a goal at a quicker rate. Is that? I went deep in there a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, in short, macros are your basic building blocks of your food, which are carbs, fats, and proteins. And so what she's talking about in the flexibility of your diet, like you don't have to eat just chicken, rice, broccoli six times a day. You have this many portions. I mean, you can take that power in your own hands. And I do it very often because I like some things that if I were to eat those all day, they would not fit in my macros. But if I want to reward myself at the end of the day and eat just nothing but protein for the most part of the day and save all my fats and carbs till the very end, I can maybe afford some ice cream.
Right.
So you can kind of set up your diet to like reward yourself in the tiniest fashion at the end of the day by still hitting your calorie goal to achieve whatever it is, whether you're trying to build, cut, or maintain.
And it's not like you have to like count your macros forever. Like now I've been doing it for a long time, so you
can recognize what's in food.
You can kind of recognize like what's in food. Like a lot of the times people are eating way too much fat in their diet. I eat around 60-75 grams of fat a day, and it's so easy for me to eat double or triple that if I were to just
Where's it hidden? Where are you picking those extra grams up if you're not keeping track?
Anything with oil.
Yeah, I mean,
sure,
like
right?
a lot of the times people aren't. I cook my food at home majority of the time, if you're going out to eat, you're easily consuming way more fats and carbs and a way less protein than you even realize that you're eating. One of the main first things I say to a client is, I want you to track your food for one day. And I just want you to tell me like what you're kind of average on eating every day. And it's crazy the amount of fat and carbs that most people are eating in the very, what?
I'll tell my story
Oh,
after.
very.
About
They're
you
just
making me do
they're
this.
barely eating any protein. So obviously, if you just kind of flip that even a little bit and kind of calculate a little bit more of like your protein, making that more of a priority, even just that, you'll see like a huge transition in your composition, the way you feel and your energy. And yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, to talk on that exercise, she put me through that exercise when we first like rekindled back in we were living in Colorado, and it's like, just count what you eat in a day. Put in this app, and
What app?
Don't change. It's called MyFitnessPal. It's pretty great for just this exercise of counting macros and being able to plug in food, scan barcodes.
Yeah, it doesn't advise you on what to eat, but if you're already eating, your daily consumption,
it's easy to
you
scan
can
and plug it in.
Yeah.
Super quick. And anyway, so I had this shake that I made every single day. I was like, this is the greatest shake I've ever. It's healthy. It's got all the protein. And I counted what was just in that shake. I had my avocado, I had peanut butter, I had blueberries, I had bananas, I had 2 scoops of protein, I had whatever in there. And I was like, it's healthy for sure. I can do this on my new macro counting journey. Turns out that shake had like 70 grams of fat and like 100 grams of carb. And then like I get my macros, and I'm supposed to eat that in a day. 70 grams of fat and like 100 if I'm trying to get lean or whatever it is. But it's eye-opening once you know what's in certain foods. Then you can kind of start. I mean, obviously it takes a little bit more time than just counting your food for one day, but it's pretty eye-opening to see like what macronutrients make up certain foods that you might take in pretty often and don't even think about. And it'll make you think the next time you're like, maybe I shouldn't have, 30 of those bonbons or, whatever it might be. But you start recognizing like the content of what food is, and it makes it a lot easier to just eat with a little more intention of, not necessarily dieting, but eating better and limiting yourself.